actually when we are talking that particular ionic compound is there, when it dissolved in water, the dissolution will change the behavior of that compound. A particular compound is not ionic but polar in nature and it dissolved in water, then also the behavior is different. Now, Arrhenius is a person who introduced the term ionic behavior in the aqueous state. So according to him, whenever we are saying that NaCl we are considering as ionic compound here. So in solid state also ions are present, that sodium ion and chloride ion, they are present, they are just attached to each other because of electrostatic force of attraction. When this is dissolved in water, we are getting separation of ions. So Na plus and Cl minus, they get just separated. Now that means here initially this was one molecule. This is turned into, this is one ion and this is another ion. So 1 plus 1, total 2 ions are produced from one molecule. So this way, number of particles in the solution are different. Their behavior is also different. Now, why we have to consider water as solvent? Let us check out. Try to recollect chemical bonding chapter. The structure of water is like this. Oxygen is central atom. It is undergoing sp3 hybridization, but distorted structure is there because 2 lone pairs of electrons are there. So these 2 lone pairs of electrons, they are changing out the angle. Actually this angle should be 109.28, but it is found that this angle is 104 degree and 28 minutes. So this way the angle is changed. Now we can say generally it is 104.5 because 30 minutes, that corresponds to half degree. So we are considering this as almost 104.5 degree. So this is the angle over here. Now hydrogen and oxygen, they are having different electronegativities. Electronegativity means tendency to acquire electron cloud in bonding condition. So oxygen is having more tendency to accept electron cloud from both the hydrogen, and ultimately hydrogen is having deficiency of electron. The electron on hydrogen spends less time over hydrogen and more time over water. So this will develop a charge. This is called as positive charge, but not entire positive charge. Very small positive charge is developed, and therefore we are calling that as delta. Delta is Greek letter, small delta, that means 2 delta letters are there. This is also called as delta, but this is capital delta, whereas this is small delta. So we are indicating this as very small charge is present on these 2 hydrogen, and same way small negative charge is there on oxygen. Don't say delta plus, therefore 2 delta minus. No, delta means what? It is not a numerical. This is just to indicate very small negative charge is there on oxygen. So poles are developed, and therefore water molecule is considered as polar molecule. Let us go on diagrammatic view. This is the oxygen atom, whereas hydrogen atoms are attached here. There is practical overlap, so I am not showing the overlap portion here. So this way 2 hydrogens should have same atomic size. They are attached over here. So this is the structure of water molecule. In short, I can show this way the water molecule structure, whereas 2 ends are having positive charge and this end is having negative charge. Delta positive and delta negative charges are there. Now exactly what happened when sodium chloride is dissolved in water? These ions are surrounded by this water molecule, and practical dissociation is taking place like this, that sodium ion, now positive and negative there is attraction. So water molecules are arranging like this. My drawing is not perfect, but you can imagine here. So this way, negatively charged portion of water molecule that is coming in contact with sodium, whereas positively charged portion, so this is chlorine, here positive way, that means this way, there is attraction for chlorine. Now this is called as one sphere of water molecule. Like that, so many molecules are combining together and forming a hydrated structure of sodium ion. Many water molecules are associated with this sodium ion, where same way many molecules are associated with chloride ion, and they are pulling that ions away from each other, and that's why ions are free to move over here. So this way one can say that ions can move freely. This is the process of separation of ion. The separation of ions are called as dissociation. What is the meaning of dissociation? Ions are already present, just they are separated in the liquid state, or say in case of solution. So the separation of ion in liquid state or in the solution form, that is called as dissociation. Whereas in case of HCl, something different observation is there. HCl is not an ionic compound. It is a polar compound where two poles are already developed over here, delta positive and delta negative. But when it comes in contact with water, the ionization takes place. That means H plus and Cl minus are formed. This is because delta positive is surrounded by delta negative portion of water. And same way this delta negative is surrounded by delta positive part of water. And then practically transfer of electron takes place from hydrogen to chlorine, and both ions get separated. Now this process is called as ionization. No doubt the first step is ionization, but second step is dissociation, that is the isolation of ion. So in short we can call that as also dissociation, but there is difference. When dissociation is there, ions are already existing, they are separated. Whereas in case of ionization, ions are not present but polar compounds are present, and then there is formation of ions, and then there is separation of ion. So this way the behavior of compound in water can be different. Now these ions are produced, and the ionic sphere, that is the water molecule associated with this ion, that is playing important role. Say for example, here we have to consider a concept that is called as charge density. What is charge density? The total charge present upon volume of that particular atom or particular ion. You are aware that positive ions, they are having shorter atomic size or shorter atomic radius than their atom, whereas negative ions, they are having greater radius than their corresponding atom. So in case of negative ion, charge density is less because volume, as atomic radius increases, you are aware atom is spherical, radius increases. What is the formula for volume of sphere? We can say this is the formula, 4 by 3 pi r cube. So volume of sphere, that is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. Now 4 by 3 is constant and pi is constant. So I can remove constant, then I can say volume is directly proportional to r cube. So as r increases, in terms of cube, volume increases. So in case of negative ion, volume increases and charge density is less. But in case of positive ions, the problem is that atomic size is greater than ionic size, or ionic size is smaller than atomic size. As a result, charge upon volume plays important role over here. So at charge density is more, the hydration sphere is having greater radius. This is practically observed. Say for example, you are aware alkali metal, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium. Last is francium, but as it is radioactive, we are not considering. So hydration sphere for lithium is observed to be greatest. Technically speaking, IP value of lithium is very less. As we move down the group, atomic size increases, so IP value decreases. So IP value of lithium should be high. Then lesser value is obtained for sodium, then potassium, rubidium, and ultimately least value should be obtained for cesium. And so cesium should show maximum ionic character, as transfer of electron is very easily carried out. But in practice, it is found that lithium is also behaving like very good ionic condition. The reason is that charge density of lithium is very high, because lithium is having smallest atomic size and ionic size. As a result, lithium is having very great hydration sphere. What is the hydration sphere? Some sort of bond is formed between these positive and negative, and you are aware now, whenever bond formation is there, energy release, and that energy is utilized to ionize lithium. So this way, in spite of lithium is having smaller atomic size and high value of IP, then also lithium is going to ionize almost 100% because of its very great ionic sphere. The number of bonds formed are more, that means energy evolve is also more. And so lithium is going to give very good hydration sphere, and practically it is observed. We'll discuss that portion later on when we are discussing a part of conductivity and dissociation. Now this way, the first part of this ionic equilibria, that formation of ions and behavior of ions in aqueous solution. Aqueous solution means when substance is dissolved in water, we are calling that solution as aqueous solution. If you are able to understand this concept, very nice. If you are not able to understand, please revise this video twice or thrice. Only this much portion you have to revise, you will get understanding very easily, and if not, then forget it. When we are finishing out the chapter, you will able to know this concept automatically. But in order to understand this concept, you must thorough with your chemical bonding portion. There we are discussing this factor, bond energy, bond dissociation energy, etc. Then we have to clear your electrochemistry also. Some concepts in electrochemistry are applicable over here. And apart from that, you must thorough with periodic table. So all these lectures you have to observe first, and then only you have to start this lecture. If you are directly observing this lecture, if you are not having science background, then you may not able to understand these concepts explained here very clearly. So first go through chemical bonding, periodic table and electrochemistry. Chemical equilibrium concepts are also later on applicable. So these concepts must be thorough, then only you will able to understand.